Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashat Desatarini जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे मुखं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणे हरे कृष्णा. So today we'll see shloka number 22 of chapter 4, Transcendental Knowledge. So let's chant the shloka. Yadrucha labha santushto
यदृच्छालाभसन्तुष्टो
dvandvatito vimatsaraha
द्वन्द्वातीतो विमत्सरः
sama siddhau asiddhau cha
समसिद्धावसिद्धौ च
kutvapi na nibadyate.
कृत्वापि न निबध्यते
Yadrucha labha santushto
यदृच्छालाभसन्तुष्टो
द्वन्द्वा अतीत विमत्सरा
द्वन्द्वातीतो विमत्सरः
समसिद्धौ असिद्धौ च
समसिद्धावसिद्धौ च
कृत्वापि न निबध्यते.
कृत्वापि न निबध्यते.
Please chant the shloka.
यदृच्छालाभसन्तुष्टो द्वन्द्वातीतो विमत्सरः समसिद्धावसिद्धौ च कृत्वापि न निबध्यते.
Anyone else will chant? Okay, so let's see translation and part. But he who is satisfied with gain which comes on its own accord, who is free from duality and does not envy, who is steady in both success and failure, is never entangled though performing all actions. Purport. A Krishna conscious person does not make much endeavor even to maintain his body. He is satisfied with the gains which are obtained on their own accord. He neither begs nor borrows, but he labors honestly as far as is in his power, and is satisfied with whatever is obtained by his honest labor. He is therefore independent in his livelihood. He does not allow anyone's service to hamper his own service in Krishna consciousness. However, for the service of the Lord, he can participate in any kind of action without being disturbed by duality of material world. The duality of the material world is felt in terms of heat and cold or misery and happiness. Krishna conscious person is above duality because he does not hesitate to act in a way for satisfaction of Krishna. Therefore, he is steady both in success and failure. These signs are visible when one is fully in transcendental knowledge. So here, Krishna is continuing his instruction on to Arjuna how he should fight. Last 3-4 shlokas, Krishna has told that Nitya Trupta Nirashraya, a person is self-satisfied from within. He does not depend on karma phala, or he gives up the karma phala sangha, association with the karma phala. And when he gives up this, yesterday shloka we saw, nirasha, so all the desires are gone. And when he gives up all these attachments, his mind and intelligence is controlled and is not affected by the reaction. So, in continuation of that, Krishna also tells because such a person is nitya trupta or fully satisfied and he's not affected by the reaction. If we are satisfied from within, then naturally we will not strive unnecessary for the material things. So yadricha labha santushto. So whatever comes, we will be satisfied because we don't desire anything for ourselves. So whatever available with us, we use for that for Krishna's service, and by that we get the satisfaction. And Vimatsara, it's very important, is free of envy. So we generally see in our life, day-to-day life, or professional life, this world is mostly based on the competition. So all the advertisements, all the products, everything is sold based on the concept of creating either inferiority complex or superiority complex, and then everybody takes the material advantage of that situation to exploit the people in general. So that comes from envy. So the one of the symbol or representation of envy is competition. So we can experience this is in professional life, like mostly when the yearly increments are happening, we see all these things happening very visible. Whatever I get, increment, say I get 7%, whatever 10%, I am not worrying about that. I'm worrying, or I'm more interested in to check what others have got. And based on that, I define this 8 or 10 is okay or not. Sorry. So what this represents? This represents envy or not self-satisfaction. Yadrichala basantushto. So you are not satisfied with what you have got. The gain. Who is satisfied with the gain? So this increment is also an example of the gain. So it depends on, or we naturally judge based on what other peoples have got. So at that time, it's very visible and we can see. But a Krishna consciousness person, even if he gets or he does not get, he knows whatever is happening by the desire of Krishna. So that time he is Krishna conscious. That even if I get 1% or I don't get any increment, he is still satisfied because he is in still in Krishna consciousness that I didn't get any increment or I get less because Krishna desired that. So if Krishna desired that, I am okay. Right? So that's how that person does not depend on the external situations to be happy or to be satisfied. That's why then he becomes sama siddhau asiddhau. So he becomes steady. The success or failure does not matter to him because he's always Krishna conscious and he knows that whatever success or failure I'm getting is coming from um, Krishna. So in this situation, though he does all the activities normally like anybody else, he's not affected by the results or he's not affected the what happens with the karma fal, if it is good or bad. Does not happen. He is always nitya trupta, he's self satisfied. And because he does not depend on the karma fal. Right? So we can see like some people are born in India, some are born in Japan, some are born in rich family, some are born in poor family, middle class family. Some people have more height, some have less height. Everybody's face is different. So how it comes? Do we complain about that? Why I was born in India, or why I was born in Japan, or why I was born in this family or that family? Even if we complain about that, it's not going to change, because whatever we have got is based on the past karma. We got what we were destined, or what we were qualified for. So we accept that thing. But when you have good consciousness, when you start using intelligence, we start complaining because of this comparison that comes from envy. So, for example, in the hospital or in the jail, also you can say, some person gets a jail for say 2 days, some person gets for 20 years. So, can we say that the jailer or the judge is responsible for the difference in the punishments? No, because a person who has done minor crime, he will get only 2 days jail. A person who has done bigger crime will get 20 years jail. So, while though they are living in the same place, the karma or the crime they have committed is different. Based on that, the number of period they have to stay in jail, it changes. So we cannot blame anyone. So it is that karma or the activity done by that person that resulted in his current situation. So similarly, whatever we get in this life is based on our past activities. So, if how can a person be steady in success and failure if he has this knowledge that whatever I am getting is from my past deeds? So I cannot complain, uh, or I cannot say anything. I have to accept it, and that also is happening by the desire of Krishna. So when we have this consciousness that it's happening with desire of Krishna, that is the satisfaction point, that we are in connection with Krishna. So that is Krishna consciousness. And so Arjuna has to fight without considering siddha asiddha. He succeeds or he fails. That does not matter. He just have to fight without envy, but he has to do krutvapi na nibadyate. So if he fights in this way, he will not be bound or entangled in the reactions that will affect him. So Krishna, by giving this instruction to Arjuna, is also giving instructions to us how we should act, and how should be, while acting we should have a higher consciousness or knowledge which is transcendental to this material world. So uh, somebody getting increment or somebody not getting increment, or I am in this percentage or that percentage, this is all material level of frequency on which your thoughts can go. But if we are have a transcendental knowledge that, yeah, I did my best, okay, I did my best. If you don't work properly throughout the year, you are not going to get. So that time, of course, you will not complain. But if you have done your best, and then if you get or not get, if you have a higher consciousness and transcendental knowledge of how this your karma and all, you will be still steady in that situation. So Krishna consciousness person knows that whatever is coming to him is sanctioned by Krishna and is result of his past deeds plus Krishna's mercy. So Arjuna without considering why he is there, because Krishna wants to fight him to fight, he should fight. By that he will be free. So Krishna will give more instructions based on this transcendental knowledge how we should act, because this Krishna is still talking about the continuation of karma yoga part. And he told in karma yoga part that if you have higher knowledge, then you will not be entangled in the karma, result of karma. So we'll see more about this transcendental knowledge and how we should act, and from tomorrow. But I think these all shlokas are very practical, and we can really apply this knowledge or this teaching in our day-to-day life. We should at least try, and we'll see the results. Thank you very much. So, any comments or questions or any experiences that you have, please share. Okay, Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. So let's see more about this knowledge tomorrow. Hare Krishna. Sabha asiddham siddham asiddham cha.
Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Hare Krishna.